Ram Krishna Hari. A very great saint has said in Hindi, आराम की तलब हो तो बस एक काम कर, आराम की तलब हो तो बस एक काम कर, आ राम के शरण में और बस राम राम कर. Which means that if you feel like relaxing or sitting in a comfort zone, the only way you can do that is by chanting the Ram name. So, we offer our namaskars at the feet of Lord Vitthal and all the Varkari saints. We come to the next Abhang of Santa Muktabai's Tatiche Abhang, which continues with the same sentiment which was in the previous Abhang, because she is trying to convince her elder brother, Jnandev Mauli, who is behind the door of their hutment, locked away from the world because he is upset, disappointed, dejected at the way society treats them. She is trying to convince him in a gentle way but a firm way, just like a mother would do to her child, and she is trying to bring him out of that solitude and open the door and face the world. She is reminding him of his spiritual mission, that he is no ordinary soul, but he is a saint who is born for spiritual upliftment of people. The first line of her Abhang is, Brahma jaise taisha pari, Amhi vadil bhute sari. That means all of us are bound by this oneness called Brahma. Brahma is the supreme consciousness, and each one of us, now here vadil means our ancestors. So our ancestors, ourselves and the generations to come, we are all supposed to be having the same oneness flowing into us, the same consciousness, the same energy, the same prana shakti flowing into us. So here she says, vadil bhute sari. That means those who were there, those who are there. Bhute means living entities, not necessarily only humans. She's talking about all living entities. So the same consciousness is there in all of us. That is why you'll find there are so many incidences where saints have fed animals or birds and felt their stomachs were full with that food. So whether it is a case of Sai Baba from Shirdi or it is a case of Swami Samartha, they would beg for food from someone and offer it to a cow or a dog, and they would say, you have satisfied our hunger. That is because they realize the oneness in all of us. So saints have this unique quality of transcending discrimination into animals, plants and all. They only look at each one of us as the same consciousness. So here Muktai also says the same thing. A young girl who's less than 10 years old is trying to convince her elder brother that there is the same consciousness flowing in all of us. The next line is even more cryptic with her. She says, हात आपला आपण लागे, त्याचा खेद करू नयो जगे. Now she says, suppose your left hand by chance hurts your right hand. So when one hand hurts the other, do you chop off that hand which has hurt the other one? No. You forgive it. Why? Because it's a part of your own body. So she says, same way, look at the entire world as your body, and each and every organ of your body, each and every cell of your body is every living entity which is there around you. So if you harm someone, it is ultimately going to harm you. And this is what today we are learning in so many of our ecological sciences, which our ancient rishis had already mentioned, that harm to any part of the globe is ultimately going to affect you. The next line she says, Jeeb datanni चावली, Jeeb datanni चावली, कोण बत्तीशी ताडिली. That means, suppose, now so many times it happens that when you're eating, you bite your tongue. So do you immediately take a hammer and knock off all your teeth, saying that you have harmed my tongue or my tongue is bleeding because of you? So many times you find foolish mothers fighting with each other because the children, both their children, have had a fight, and because of the quarrel, one child has hurt or injured the other. The mothers fight like anything, but after some time you find the children just playfully again join together, and the mothers are left with a bitter experience in their hearts. So she says, such type of experience, is it correct? She's asking us, can you hit your own self? Can you knock out all your teeth just because the teeth happen to bite into your tongue? No, we still forgive that. We try to make some remedy for it. We try to cure it, and in this way we soothe our own self. So this is very important, because we realize that this organs of our body belong to us. It is ours. So we have a oneness among all of it. In the same way, if you find that there is something wrong in some section of society, you can't disregard them, or you can't distance them away. You have to accept them, make them understand what their follies may be, or maybe we have to ourselves understand. And so she says, in this way you have a understanding, you have a mutual love for each other, and the fabric of the world can be maintained great. That's what she tries to tell us in these 2 lines. The next line she says, she's talking about the difficulties one has to face. थोर दुखावले गेले पुढे उदंड शहाणे. Life is the biggest teacher. That is what she indirectly is telling us, that many great people, today we see so many people whom we call the world, the material world, calls as achievers, people who have ranked it or who have gone up to the top at the peak in whatever field they may be. But we never see the base from which they started. Many of them had to face very severe hardships, and when they face all that, they overcome that, they have the courage, they learn from those experiences, they become hard and tough with that, and then they come up to the top. So she says, Thor dukhavale gele. That means very great people. She is talking about saints also. So many saints have been treated very badly by society, and we see in her own case itself how the brethren, the 4 of them, have been treated by the very same community to which they belong. So they have faced hardships, but that has made them experienced, and that has made them clever, knowledgeable, wise. So she says, Pude udanda shahane. That means they have become greatly intelligent because of that. So your experience makes you very, very intelligent, makes you very wise. You know how to tackle situations because you have faced a situation like that in life. So it's not only applicable to her elder brother Jnaneshwar Mauli, it is applicable to all of us. That unless you face certain troublesome times, you cannot transcend and come to the next level. Like if you have to go to the next standard of your school education, you have to pass the final examination for it. So in the same way, for every stage of life, as I said, life is a big teacher. Every stage of life, we have to pass through various examinations. So instead of giving up on that, she says, go face it and become wiser. The next line she says, चणे खावे लोखंडाचे मग ब्रह्मपदी नाचे. Now, chana is gram, which we eat, which is made of, a edible thing which is soft. But she says these people, be it saints, be it people who are in the material life, be it freedom fighters, be it soldiers, be it achievers in the field of sports, academics, business, whatever it is, she says they have had to face very great hardships. And she says they have not eaten ordinary grams like us, they have eaten chana of iron. They have bit into that. That means imagine how hard it must be. There are so many cases we see where people have not got food to eat for so many days. They have overcome those situations and become great in life. With saints also it is the same. So she says that if you have come here on an earthly mission of uplifting all those people into their spiritual world, then for that you have to bear the hardships, you have to bear all these difficulties, only then you can come to that level. we have a very good example in front of us in the form of Jesus Christ. All of us know the story and have seen visuals on various films about his crucifixion. A small pin, even if it pricks our finger, we know the amount of pain that it causes us. Imagine being nailed on the cross and kept suspended there for such a long time, and still this great saint says, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." So this is not an easy life. Why did he do that? Because he knew that he had to set an example to people that whatever it is, please don't give up on your true mission, that you have to become one with that ultimate reality. So here she says, Brahmapadi. Brahmapadi is supposed to be a status where you become one with him. When you become one with him, you have crossed or transcended all limits of the human body, the physical body. And that's why she says in the next line, Man maruni unman kara. Man means, the word man relates to mind, and that's why we are all human, or the word man comes from the mind itself. So mind is very important for human beings. It is a mind which creates mischief. It is a mind which gives us solutions to problems. So you should know how to use your mind to the best possible extent. But here she says, Man maruni. That means even that mind also you destroy, because mind tells you to have memories. Mind tells you to have imaginations. Mind blows up those imaginations. We should have memories, we should have imaginations, but that is only for our material world. Now you will say saints don't have memories. Of course they have. But the difference between the memories that a saint possesses and the memories that we as ordinary human beings possess is we allow our memories to become obstacles in our path. Whereas saints do not allow them to become obstacles. They have those memories of lifetimes. They'll always look at, there are so many instances where we hear that a saint looks at a person and says that I have seen you in the previous birth, you were so and so. So they do have memories, but they don't allow those memories to become an obstacle in their spiritual path. In the same way, we too should not. So what is Muktai telling Mauli? Mana maruni unmani kara. That means kill that thing which is called mind and make it unman. Unman is a condition of the mind which psychologists call as supramental. Supramental is beyond thought process. Beyond, that is, it's a state of thoughtlessness where there is no thought at all. But that is not in meditation. Like many people mistake it to be meditation as a thoughtlessness state. But meditation, you are still having a consciousness around you. But when we talk of unman, the word unman means you have crossed even that. So you are not waking, you are not sleeping, you're not in the in-between state, you have gone somewhere beyond that. That is called unman. In that state, you are one with him. That is called as oneness with Brahma. So this is the state, she says, you can attain. Who? Mauli can attain, she says, provided you give up all these thoughts that I was being rejected, I was being slapped, I was being talked to in certain ways. Just keep all those things away, like she says in the earlier Abhangs too. So here also she says that man maruni unman kara. That means kill what is called as your mind, which is feeding you with all this. See, you were said this. See, you were said that. See, you were slapped. So keep all these thoughts away and make it go beyond that thought process. Make it thoughtless. Make it go beyond consciousness and unconsciousness. So it's a state which very few people, very highly realized masters can gain. And she says, Tati Ugda Jnaneshwara. That means, don't forget, you have got the quality of going to that level of consciousness where you do not have any thought in you're a very great realized soul. You don't know what your potential is. You have infinity inside you. So please come out of that hut, open the door, Tati Ugda Jnaneshwara. This is what she says in the next Abhang. And further Abhang, how beautifully they transcend, and how Mauli listens to all that inside the hut, and what is being said by Muktabai is outside the hut. So it is for us, because we also are facing a dual world, one internal, one external. So where is the Tati? We all should know, and we should open that. So Tati Ugdha Jnaneshwara. With this, we end this Abhang. We'll come to the next Abhang in the next section. Ram Krishna Hari.
ब्रह्म जैसे तैशा परी, आम्हा वडील भूते सारी. हात आपुला आपणा लागे, त्याचा खेद करू नये जगे. जीभ दातांनी चाविली, कोणे बत्तीशी ताडिली. थोर दुखावले मने, पुढे उदंड शहाणे. चणे खावे लोखंडाचे, मग ब्रह्मपदी नाचे. मन मारुनी उन्मन करा, ताटी उघडा ज्ञानेश्वरा. ताटी उघडा ज्ञानेश्वरा. ताटी उघडा ज्ञानेश्वरा.